This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing still, all you need to do is focus on your—
I can also step in on the Pyro-Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate, so much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself in— Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all—
Whoa. I've never seen this place before.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our— Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origin.
Alright, we'll have a look. Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged—
That's right. It belongs to— He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish. In his eyes,
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he managed to kill the fish. Can a fisherman claim victory?
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste.
Wait, that means you also—
Maybe we can go— The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little long. Well, what do you think of my collection?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience, exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at the future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate.
That does kinda make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past. And while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro-Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends, in addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait.
A little late for that question, don't...
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works fast!
It's all right. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and he would sit on a blanket. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians we were raising ran into the room, and my sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot. As the Archon,
Well, what happened after that?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Iansan, Mulani, Chaska, over here please. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the abyss playing?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyup is being affected by the abyss. I was waiting for the Wyup to send me back,
But then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to... The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is...
I'm really still... I don't want you to put yourself...
All you need to do is place your trust in us. Just no one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close, we can't call it...
Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse this entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of...
I know. I'm prepared for that.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you
No, I just feel bad for creating more work.
I'll go with them too, Archon. Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with...
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Up and away. So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity...
So what you're saying is... we're not in for an easy...
No. It's going to be obstacle...
Why are you all laughing?
It's the pre-adventure excitement!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't...
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Right!
Into the wind.
Fire hazard! Here come the fireworks!
One with nature.
Order guide you. Crumble!
Into the wind.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
The wind knows me.
Time for a light check! Go.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds come.
This is order.
The wind knows me.
Goes the ship down! Fire hazard!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Rise! I will have order.
One with nature.
Wheel of life. Orders given. Orders received.
Fuse is lit!
This is order. Quake!
A festive reprise!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Time to go. Time to go.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro-Archon told us about.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place.
We actually have to go. Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't put... Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer...
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining...
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all... If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand under...
That's it? You really think that little of Paimon?
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
The terrain looks difficult to
Yeah, these float...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupt, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined... Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were... Turns out even our regrets were exactly...
Whether in triumph or death.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here! You can't go wandering. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Fire hazard!
Life goes on.
Crumble! I will have order!
Opening box of Adepti tricks. Fast.
Time to go.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too. It was a...
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't...
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's...
Shabam! Here comes the fireworks! The fuse is lit!
As one with wind and cloud.
This is order.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. The Y-Up's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay...
Had a girl. You did so well. And
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but... something...
That was the Pyro-Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles. You can think of them like the body of each Y-Up. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, there are countless proxies scattered. But if a proxy were to become severely...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're...
Still, we can't just leave the Y-Up to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's our...
No, I'm fine. I don't... Just up ahead. I'll leave...
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because we want to help the You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the...
We've already come all this way. So we might as...
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely... I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure... So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true...
No one fight...
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. I'm fine. are here to heal you. Wyatt, can you hear?
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's alright, get ready everyone! Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place!
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him. He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worry, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate... No, the power of the Abyss is intoxicating. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out that is the tragedy of your short ancient names. The Pyro-Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfish... Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro-Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not a...
You're right. Maybe, but you also couldn't be more wrong.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? The power lies not in the ideal, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal. And in...
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you...
There aren't many in Natlan who can...
Spin to win! Clear the area!
Amazing! Let's ride! Check this out! Best of luck! Time for a light show!
We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating.
Fantastic work, Kachina!
This makes me so... I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing?
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing.
Wait, does that mean...
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Especially in a place so over... Still, seeing you, everything you said was exactly right. It took years' worth of scars. The Pyro-Archon's plan will unite us as one. Only then will we have the power. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of...
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means, under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of its blaze will become one, even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
So many memories. So that...
What do you mean? Did you...
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea...
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus... Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice, Kachina.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay, but I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon... I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength.
You are already an outstanding child, and
Huh?
you are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that, a name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, the story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change. No matter... It gladdens me to see the Pyro-Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it's time. Go now, my children. Save...
I know we've never met before, Wyabb, but I just wanted to say... thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly...
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Seelie! The Seelie opened...
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro-Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness?
Every great display of power. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro-Archon said she'd have a doctor.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the night.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the
I'll let her explain everything. Where every move we make from here on out will decide.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro-Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler.
She's always been special like that. She can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected up.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patience to see, so I'll...
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before—
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the—
Mualani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the— The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory— Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to find— And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have— The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is immediately after the war. Our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the— But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and if we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to— So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to— But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro-Archon.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro-Archon is supposed to be—
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro-Archons that came after— The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like—
So that means—
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja. The same one held by the hero from your tribe. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyatt were?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to...
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss, if we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name... So, I've tried my best to help them from the side. Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Waya Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes... That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urge.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to... Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes...
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before.
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure... After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. And Mulan, in addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important...
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. But there's an over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of on their own, each item's power is limited. But together, by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant.
But weren't they all precious treasures?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been for... And then... it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was... Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro-Archon of their time, if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan...
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember, the people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the...
Well, if that's the case, just treat me... Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone...
Still...
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only... All right. You should head out.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies to... It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the truth. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute power, even when they cause trouble. I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses one day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So you better get busy, Pyro-Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to... Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect... For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro-Archon again? But what about the you from right now?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. That we will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe. Seriously, though? Dad should be here.
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us...
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to...
Who will be the one?
We are the inheritors of memory and those who grew alongside those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. It's not that I don't want to...
well,
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked?
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works anyway. I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just...
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially... I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their art? In the end, it's all the Abyss...
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team.
I had no choice. My friend invited me.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the...
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to... When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured...
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking...
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden.
So, what?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves.
All right. There's no need to be like, dear friends. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrim, they've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, and let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all help the traveler. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it feel? To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Hey, please don't make...
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two. You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years, Natlan will be you could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond... Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it.
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that...
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectation...
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate. This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to... Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also...
Ancient names can be...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be... The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still. Take this as my personal... Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the...
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but...
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro-Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled... You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?